Are you on your microphone, by the way?
I am not. No, my shit's fucked. I don't know what to do.
My shit's fucked up. That's a good old.
My shit's all fucked up.
That's a good Warren Zevon song. My shit's fucked up.
It's ridiculous.
My shit's fucked up.
I don't understand what's happening, but listen, we're doing it anyways. I'm talking to you guys through a microphone that's somehow installed in my camera. Of course, we're here with Dalton Pruitt. He's been on the show before. Great friend of the show. Watches every episode.
Huge friend.
Huge friend. Huge supporter of the show. So Dalton, yeah, I guess, we basically talk about MLC and what a shit fucking week they had, besides yesterday's great, fantastic show. But the other shows this week, Kevin, if you're listening, I know I'll be on your show tonight. Absolutely fucking boring week, Kev. I don't know what you're doing, but you got to fix it. I'm not the only one saying that.
You didn't like it?
No, they had a porn star on. Oh, how many cocks have you sucked? I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah, those suck. Those always suck. She was hot, though.
But boring to watch. They said it would be right up your alley.
You know what she was?
My mic's not working. I know. My shit's fucked.
You know what my shit's fucked up. Shout out Warren Zevon. You know what she had
is
shade.
Is this freezing for anybody else?
No.
It's probably
just freezing.
I mean, everything here sucks. We don't care about this show.
Yeah,
probably is.
Yeah, we really don't. I mean, it's a free for all.
Caring about your show is gay. MMA is gay. We'll get to that.
Right.
No, you know what? She's Christy Monroe. She reminds me of Christy Monroe, where they're all so overconfident. She doesn't want to do open mics. Now, listen, she seemed definitely smarter than Christy Monroe, and a lot hotter. But yeah, it's just all the same. Unfortunately, Mr. Brennan never zigged or zagged. It was all the same bullshit questions they got asked on every show. Rack me.
There was people. Sorry, just like last week, I'm trying to fix my fucking microphone. But who cares? You're right. It is gay to think about show quality.
Just put out a good show. Put out a good show.
Yeah, exactly. If you sit here, you can't hear your guests, whatever. It's also gay to have guests on and make the whole show. It's gay to have guests on and make the whole show about the guest, Dalton. So that's why.
Yeah, we don't even talk to our guests.
I don't even know who you guys are talking about. Who is this?
So Kevin Brennan, of course, had a porn star on his show this week, and we listen every day. We're
Addison Fooch. Addison Fooch.
No one's heard of her.
Send her my number, someone.
And she's pivoted into stand-up.
Yes, apparently.
Okay.
Just like every dumb porn star does. Who's next? Mia Khalifa getting on stage telling some dick jokes?
Ooh.
And stand-up is, unless you're really good, stand-up is for dudes. I mean, name 5 funny women. I hate to say it, but I mean, I've never bought tickets to see a woman on stage. Have you, Dalton?
No, I never paid for it.
Thank you.
No.
Exactly.
Karen Feehan.
Yeah, well, you bought tickets because you wanted to take her to San Francisco.
I was also working there, but
yeah, true.
I bought tickets to her show before. But she's a nice lady.
Yeah, I don't know if I might have only ever paid to go see a comedy show like 3 times in my life, actually. So I haven't bought tickets to a comedy show that much in general.
Yeah, unless it's got to be someone good. I think I bought tickets to Dave Landau when I was in Seattle a couple years ago before I started this piece of shit.
Even stink.
Jimmy I agrees. I mean, even her porn's not good. I mean, God, what an episode. And then the doctor with Chad Zumark showed up with the tie, and he was overdoing it, and Kevin doing any shit. I showed up with a filet of fish sandwich. And I tried to make it interesting.
Yours was your session. I thought was more entertaining. I'll be honest. It was kind of all this shit we already knew about Chad. Then he had a fake epiphany. The funniest part of the episode was Kevin getting mad at Chad not telling the truth or not saying the whole truth. Other than that, it was kind of all the same shit we already know, right?
Yeah, and I mean, exactly. And one of the reasons I asked Dalton to come on here is because I'm going to advocate to Kevin that I think it'd be a great episode to have Dalton on with the therapist. So basically, Dalton, you haven't been keeping up as much as you were the last time you were on the show, but Kevin he books this professional therapist every week.
Who I like, by the way.
He's good. He is good. I like him. He's great.
The sorcerer.
And he was able to break me down, even though I had a mask. He broke Ray DeVito down, broke Chad Zumock down. So I think it'd be great. I'm going to advocate to him to have you on the show with the therapist. I think it'd be a fantastic episode because, I mean, you went from doing, Legion of Skanks and hanging out with those guys, and then now you disappeared for a while. And
I was in a coma. Yeah.
Happens. I mean, comas are fun. I've had 3 seizures. I've been in and out of the hospital. I know all about it.
Yeah, yeah. I was pretty fucked up for a while, but I'm back now.
So what kind of did you look like a mummy? Did they have you all wrapped up like they do in the movies?
No, no, it was nothing like that. It was just like, honestly, yeah. The last time you guys had me on, it was like I was in the. I guess people can go back and watch that.
Yeah, you've gotten a lot fatter since then. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was in like the full throes of a psychotic break, and then following that, I was yeah, just like more or less like catatonic for a long time. Like I was really fucked up. So
Did you see a therapist?
yeah, yeah,
did he
yeah.
have big piece?
I do what?
Big piece on the therapist. So
lady.
Brennan
I'm not gonna.
got
I don't
mad
talk
at
to
me.
him.
Brennan
I'm
got
not gonna talk
mad
to
at
a
me
fucking
because,
man about my feelings. That's gay.
That is
I'm
gay.
not-
That is gay.
talking
I've
about
never
feelings is
been-
gay.
I have never been. First off, therapy's a scam. Like, I mean, I
Thank
talk to
you.
him, but I'm aware that it's like a scam. But also, like, I would never go see a male therapist. There's like certain things that I think like you want a woman for, and it's like, yeah, when you're talking about feelings and stuff, you want that like motherly, like maternal energy in the room.
Gotcha.
Because you know the guy, you know a male therapist. As soon as you leave, as good as he may be, he's gonna think you're a fag once you leave the office. Let's be
But
honest.
therapy's a scam, and I don't know. I don't really understand what it is about like comedians or maybe even entertainers at large and therapists. Because none of my blue collar friends have ever seen a therapist, and they're happy as shit. They drink like 40 Keystone Lights a night, and that's their therapy.
Yeah, there's a therapy for you.
Yeah,
I know exactly.
Ski Mask goes to that therapist too.
and then the people that live like arguably the most comfortable lives, which is like entertainers, they got to go spend like $300 a week to talk to someone about their feelings.
And what is it with it makes zero sense to me, being that therapy, you really got to find somebody who works for you. It makes zero sense to me how all the comics that you just described all go see the same guy. They all go see that Allen guy. How is it possible the one therapist is good for everybody? It's ridiculous. It's all just clout to say, oh, I see Allen too. Oh, yeah, you see Allen? Oh, it's gay. Rack me. My guest is here. I'll be right back.
All
It
right,
is pretty
take your
good,
turn,
yeah.
get back. 1 second.
Yeah, I've heard of this Allen guy. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
there.
I think he's Bobby. So he does Bobby Kelly and a couple of these other guys, but they're all seeing the same therapist. So it's like, what are they telling him, and what does he know?
I
Imagine the stuff that doctor knows, and he was able to spill the beans. I mean, what if one day he retires and he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna let everyone know Robert Kelly sucks penis or whatever's going on, you know?
It's so odd to me that the people who like get to have fun for a living are like, I'm so sad I gotta go see a therapist.
Right, and then they complain about their job. It's like, dude, you're making money off one of the greatest jobs in the world. All you have to do as a comic is to focus on being good. That's it.
Not even that.
Right.
You just have to show up
these days. Yeah, just
show up wherever you're booked. Like, a lot of comics fucking suck dick.
Yeah, who did I see that I didn't? Oh yeah, I got in a lot of trouble one time because I said that Aaron Berg bombed on a certain show that I was attending. And look, man, I was just this show's always been about the truth. We just say it like it is. Who gives a fuck?
I recently went to that comedy club that Red Band opened in Austin.
Is that the one that the mothership or the other one?
No, it's the one right down like a few doors down. It's called Sunset Strip. I guess because all these fucking LA dudes moved to Austin and now they're trying to contort 6th Street into their the things they missed about Hollywood.
Gillis and McCusker just moved there.
Really?
I knew Gillis was going, but I didn't think he was going to be able to talk McCusker into going. But yeah, I think both those guys just moved. And so yeah, it's probably going to become overrun, run down. I mean, let's face the facts. New York City will always be the comedy capital of the world, no matter what. But I think a lot of these guys are running away from the taxes. To be honest with you, I mean, Texas is great for that. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, I went to that club and sat through like some showcase, and it was like there wasn't a single decent act on the show. I was like, man, every single comedian fucking sucks dick on this show.
Well, I think, I mean, you just nailed it on the head a minute ago. You said all you got to do is show up where you're booked. It almost seems to be a lot of these guys are mailing it in with their stand-up acts, and then only talking into a microphone on a podcast is just making them more money, really. I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah,
super chats and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, everything is like just content creation now. So like stand up is like a fun little art form, I guess. But I mean, who's actually like making money doing that? It's like,
Right.
the
It,
the barrier of entry is low, but the chasm between open mics and actually getting paid to do it is so wide that it's like, yeah, I mean, it's a much more viable business option to just start putting stuff on YouTube.
right. Because so, I mean, there's a lot of people are saying it. There's just too many comics out there. There's too many people going on stage trying to be funny. So to get that, I mean, Shane deserved it when he got his Netflix special. He's the
Yeah,
great he's the greatest right now to do it. And I remember watching him on Compound Media, and I told my little brother, I was like, hey, this is the next big thing. And he goes, I don't think he's funny. He's a hack, whatever he said. And a couple years later, now look at him,
yeah,
buying big houses in Austin.
yeah. I think Shane's gonna have a lot of longevity for sure.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, especially after when he got fired from SNL and released a series that was 10 times as funny as anything SNL has done in the last 20 years. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not like a big fan of sketch comedy in general, but it
No,
is.
me either. Like someone showed it to me. I was like, damn it, I fucking hate to admit this is actually funny.
Yeah, it is funny,
Yeah.
but I always felt like sketch comedy was like kind of lame.
Yeah. What are you doing next? So what are you doing next? Let's get to that real quick. I mean, I see that you're back. You're coming back with a podcast, and so are you trying to get back into the game, or is it just something like I do? It's on the side. I got a real career, but that's why I wear the mask because
Oh,
I'm
I have
doing a
nothing.
great
Yeah,
job.
I have to succeed podcasting. I have nothing else, but like yeah, I mean, I'm just like worming my way back into the internet and trying to, I'm the first billionaire podcaster.
It's true. I saw the tweet, and first of all, to be completely coherent here, it made me bust out laughing. And second of all, I totally believe you. I mean, you are the first billionaire podcaster, and I think that you should run with that as far as you can. When I first started this show, I think episode one, we said we're going to be bigger than Rogan, and that's exactly what we're striving towards. We're definitely going to be
Mhm.
bigger than Rogan. Doesn't mean we're going to be billionaires like yourself. I mean, to be a billionaire, I mean, you must spend a lot of time, thinking about talking into microphones. I mean, are you lonely? I mean, you got $1 billion. Is that why you do the podcasting, Dalton?
Yeah, yeah. I just need an outlet. I got too much time on my hands.
Too much time. You
No,
didn't
I gotta make money, dude. I'm too like, my brain is too calcified to like learn anything new.
Right.
I tried to learn Python. I was like, maybe I'll get into coding and try and have like,
I did this. I did
Nice and
that
gay,
before,
the way we
actually.
like.
yeah,
I learned
and
Python, and I was able to hack into a couple of ladies' Instagram accounts.
yeah, and yeah, I spent some money on like courses, and I was like, well, this is fucking hard. I don't know how to do this.
You got to use the Linux system. It is difficult, but if
Yeah,
you take enough
I spent
Adderall, do enough Coke, you'll be right there in it.
yeah, I spent all my time like trying to get good at like stand up and broadcasting and all that, and it's like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not gonna fucking take some Google boot camp and
No, being
like,
good at stuff is gay.
Yeah, being good
yes,
at anything is gay. Being mediocre, having your hands in a lot of things is gay. Now, Stanso, I'm sorry I did ask our guest to join us, but I see that you have a guest with a receding hairline. Now, what's going on here?
I do have a guest, my dear, dear, dear friend for over decades now. We've been through some shit. He is a Vermont, what do they call it? Expat. An expat of CT. He's in Vermont. This is Nick, ladies and gentlemen, Nick.
Give it up for Nick. What's up, Nick? Big
Hello, Nick.
piece. First time on the show. We have to ask. It's code, and we've done it every time there's a new guest. We asked Dalton the first time he was on, of course. This is the second appearance, so we won't ask again. Nick, big piece?
Oh yeah,
Really?
big scary.
So what's going on down there? I mean, have ladies said that it's scary? What's going on below the belt?
A couple times, yeah. Scary. I don't know if that was the color or the shape of it or just the size, but
Oh,
got some good
shape.
ones.
You got different
Scary.
shapes. of hogs.
Interesting
Scary
shape.
stuck the hardest.
Different
I would,
shapes.
I would love to have a dick long enough that it has a shape.
Well, what's
curved
his
to the
name?
left.
Epstein has a renowned egg penis, not very big, but shaped like an egg.
Oh, almost like a cheese wheel if you gather.
Yeah, nice
Yeah.
cheese wheel down
Cheese
there.
wheel. Right. So we are. It is official, folks. Plans are in the work. I do want to make this announcement. The Clone of Willies will be ordered this Monday because the day's the 21st. We are going to clone our cocks and have dildos, and we will be auctioning off our penises, folks. And really to see who has the larger size. It'll be Stancil, myself, and Cabana King. So let us know if you want in on that. Order the Clone of Willie, and let's see what's going on with the hog sizes. Let's settle this difference once and for all.
Ski Mask, have you seen? I have to report this. Stancil reporting live from Vermont. Have you seen just this week on Stuff Island? Do you want to guess one of the subjects that was brought up?
Oh my! Don't fucking tell me again. Someone's stealing our bit.
That's
Are you
right,
serious?
Clone
Oh,
of
no!
Willies. I swear to God, anybody watching who saw the ep can verify.
Why does this always happen to our podcast? Every time we have an idea, someone fucking steals it. And if you don't believe us, all the episodes are free, folks. Go back and watch.
What I don't know. They steal everything. Anyway, I'm looking forward to my Clone of Willie. Are we getting glow in the dark ones?
We can. I was thinking, do you want to get the ones with the balls? Because it's like 3 times the price if you do the balls too. Or just
Well, not
dick.
for we're poor men unless somebody wants to super chat and pay for it. We should eventually do just the balls.
They don't sell a just the balls kit though. You have to get the Clone of Willie with the balls. So you got to stick your whole package in it and clip it. Stancil, can you do me a quick favor, just like we did last week, because I'm a fucking hack piece of shit garbage podcaster. Can you maybe just run the show for a minute while I figure out my microphone so everyone will stop texting me?
I can certainly try. You could also tell everyone to leave you the fuck alone.
Fucking blow me and buy my Clone of Willie.
Hall, what is the State of the Union? What is it, Nick? What is the State of the Union in Vermont these days? What can you tell us? Most of our fans are idiots from parts unknown. What do they need to know about Vermont? We're here at the foothills of the Green Mountains.
Foothills of Green Mountains. Did some hiking.
Don't forget to talk into your mic.
Did some hiking. Yeah, state's good. Reefer just became legal last year, so you can buy that over the counter now. It's cool.
Wow. Now you're dipping your toe into that industry?
Dipping into that. Yep, doing a little commercial farming, which is cool. A little outdoor action.
Wow. How many? Can you say how many plants? Is it, we say that?
Yeah, I think we're up to like 60 this year. With this
Wow. 60 plants. Really putting all these hack backyard growers in a body bag. Yeah, we do hiking every year. Sorry to bore you, Dalton, but our show stinks. We do hiking every year, me and Nick. We've done how many of the 4K peaks now?
I think we've got all but one.
Wow, we're really pounding peaks, and we founded a non-for-profit organization called the Peak Pounders a few years ago. Why don't you tell the folks what Peak Pound is all about?
So it started as a couple guys want to get out there and pound some peaks. So we started pounding away.
Sure.
And we started realizing like, hey man, this is an awesome thing. Why don't we make a not-for-profit out of this? Try to help some other people, give them some access to peaks, and get to the peak, pound away, and there's no more satisfying thing than get on the top of the world and let one go.
Yeah. So that, in case you missed it in translation, there, the idea is once you're on top of a peak, you masturbate until white comes out of yourself. That's that. Hence the pounding. So you climb the peak and then you pound. It's a very elite organization, full of people who masturbate on top of mountains. If you'd like to submit to be in it, feel free to hit me up. Send a resume, not only of your hiking accomplishments, but also any masturbation pictures or videos you may have lying by, and we'll send it to the board for consideration into the Peak Pounders. The 4K Peak Pounders is a very elite level. So just because you don't do 4,000 foot peaks or what have you, doesn't mean you won't get in. So don't be perturbed. You can still climb your local hill and masturbate.
Yeah, and it's not just the peak. Sometimes it's just the pound, or a
Some-
combination of the two.
Sometimes it's more pound than peak.
Yeah, it's a balancing act.
Dalton, have you ever masturbated on a mountain?
No.
Oh, all
I
right.
have no clue what you guys are fucking talking about.
Take him out there.
Yeah. No, I don't think anybody
Shoulder
else
ropes.
does either, Dalton. I think we may be the only
The
two,
The
Frank.
chat is upset about this.
Good. Oh, God, there's nothing I love more. Listen, my motto for the last year and a half is make everyone hate you, and I've been doing a great, great job. All these people are mongoloids, and I don't own a goddamn thing. Dalton, have you ever masturbated in public in general? Have you pounded out there in the wild?
A couple bathrooms, I think.
Wow, you're a very conservative lover.
Yeah.
Yeah, like bathrooms, driving a couple times.
Driving isn't just a lot of people frown on that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I-
it's
Well,
not.
you're
It's
safe.
kind of a deplorable thing to do. It's not like a noble activity to beat off while you're driving. But
I don't know. I think it takes some
challenge.
skill. It takes
suburban full of kids rolling up next to you while you're trying to beat off. It is kind of weird.
Well, you got to use all your senses. You got to be aware of your surrounding. Make sure there's no
Tactful.
exactly a suburban or a truck that can look down on
Yeah.
your
Bus.
on your. We don't like to swear here. We'll say genitalia.
Yeah, it's like the thrill of it is what gets you off. It's like because the conditions for like beating off while you're driving are not like ideal, but psychologically it kind of helps that it's like a dangerous thing to do
Sure. Now you
Oh,
did
yeah.
it while in motion or just in your driver's seat.
while driving. Down like
Yeah.
George Bush Turnpike and DFW.
Shout out George Bush.
Yeah,
He
W.
watches.
Yeah.
He's a great artist. That was at the first or the second George.
George W.
Question.
Yeah, the George
Second.
Bush Turnpike.
That's the 9/11 guy.
Yeah, it's like a toll road. And
Well, we all know who did 9/11. We won't get into
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Let's
Bush did
let's
9/11.
just say they're in a conflict right now. Anywho, yeah, I don't know. I go back and I think it's more the mood hits you every once in a while, and you just got to hit the road. Make a few road toads, make a few road slugs, as they say. Make a little oil slick like Mario Kart. Throw it out the window. Throw a batch out. Come in your hand and throw it out the window. Yeah, that's about right. Anyway, all right. Well, I think I bought ski mask. That's about the extent of my ability of hosting a show.
okay, well, I guess I'll take it from here, guys.
Yeah, please. What would you like? I'll answer anything. We'll answer anything.
Well, what do you guys think about this? But of the Israel and Palestine. You guys want to get into some?
Nice opening question.
Listen,
What's in the news?
You're a piece of shit. Listen. You know what? I'll answer this because I touched on it in a sports show, which was live just before this. You can watch it after on YouTube. Listen, I think we need to bring the Crusades back, and I think us Christians, Catholic Christians, we need to just take. Listen, it's like the old. I brought you into this world. I'll take you out. We gave you Israel. We gave you Palestine. Let's have the Catholics. Let's get our horses back. Let's get some lances and let's run through that whole area. Take it back. You guys want to? It's like the kids fighting about toys. And you know what? We're going to take all the toys away. So the Catholics, the Christians, we're going to roll back through that region. Take it back. Build it right back up. Make it back to what it should. Because obviously the Israelis and the hummuses, they can't control themselves there. So it's time for the Christians to take it back. Your thoughts?
My thoughts. Well, I didn't know. I think like a lot of people, especially in America, you hear Israel and you think like, oh yes, this has been there for like thousands of years or whatever. And then with like this conflict, I think more and more people are starting to discover the real history of what that country is. And I was talking about this on my podcast, but like to find out that Israel has only existed since like 1948 in terms of like what we know as the state of Israel, and B is full of white people. They're not even like the olive skin like Zohan Jews. It's literally like the same Jews with like tummy aches and back problems. That like it's like all the European Jews after World War II that were
Athletes, they're
yeah.
athletes.
They just like they just showed up and fucking kicked all the Palestinians out. And it's like to discover that it is kind of a revelation, and it's like definitely been making me angry. It's like what did you think was going to happen? Like you just show up to this place and it's like you know, and it's like I understand like getting Holocausted sucks, but I mean,
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
Post World War
Just
II, look at what all the Nazis did. They went to Argentina and just got Latina pussy.
Yeah, they were just
Just
relaxing, laying
just
pipe.
shut the fuck up. But the Jews went to Israel and just started like this reign of terror against the people that were already there, and then like lied about what Israel was to everybody, and like did like launched this propaganda campaign about the entire fucking country to the point where people think they've just been there for thousands of years and they haven't. So like that's like, and it's not. I'm not saying that creates any sort of justification for Hamas, but it does like contextualize like why Hamas exists. That if you have a fucking a bunch of whiny, weepy Jews pushing their boots on your neck for 70 years, eventually they're going to get fed up with this.
we're gonna name this episode "Whiny Weepy Jews," and this will be the last episode we ever do.
It's the most upsetting part. They're not even Zohan Jews.
No, we need Zohan Jews. We need Jews who
it's literally
jiggle their dicks
fucking
around.
like white Jews, like the same fucking Jews we have here.
Yeah, all the Alan the therapist. Yeah. But my issue with my biggest issue is, I don't know. Why would you want to listen? Everybody that goes there is like, oh, it's beautiful. It's this, like, yeah, it's beautiful. You can also get hit by a rocket at every moment of the day. Why would anybody want to live under that? Just let the hummusers have it. And listen, they also have. I'll say it. I'll say it. This might get me canceled. I like the hummus food a lot better than Jew food. I'll tell you that.
I literally just talked about this on my podcast.
Yeah, I mean, what is
like
Jew
an
food? It's like
hour
an apple with a slice of honey, or a slice of an apple with a piece of honey. I don't
talked
fucking
about
know.
this for like an hour about how like Katz's Deli and all these fucking Jewish delis in New York is like some of the most overrated bullshit food that's way too expensive for like fucking deli meats. Whereas like any halal cart will make you the best meal you've ever had for like $7.
Yeah, bingo, rack you.
Yeah, white sauce, hot sauce, lamb over rice, white sauce.
Well, let's maybe change gears so I'm not blasted off of the planet in a rocket ship.
No, hold on. One more thing. Why? I mean,
Please.
Like you get done being genocided. Like you're done being Holocausted. And it's like, okay, so where do we go now to protect our people? Like, where can we go? Like, create our new like. Plant our flag in the ground as a people to protect ourselves in case they ever come for us again. It's like the fucking goddamn desert in Africa. Go to Boca. Like go to fucking Boca Raton or something. Like,
Well, they kind of are already in Florida.
yeah, I know. Yeah, there is that. Like, but it's like of all the places to choose your like new kingdom after, like you could go anywhere. Like you have the sympathy of the entire fucking world. Every humanitarian aid imaginable is available to you to like go build this new like Jew civilization, I imagine. And it's like, yeah, we're gonna go to the fucking desert where where everything sucks.
Wasn't that where the Garden of Eden was? Wasn't that like the Fertile Crescent there?
I don't know. I mean,
Until all the
it's
cultures
some
destroyed
religious bullshit where it's like that's where the actual homeland
Used
is.
to be.
Right. Nick
Used
brings
to
up
be
a good
green.
point. Wasn't that the whole thing? Is that it was holy land and
Fertile things.
a
would
guy,
grow.
whatever that guy's name was nailed to a stick or something.
Oh yeah, the Jewish guy,
Jesus
the
guy.
last
Yeah,
Jewish carpenter.
I mean, it's just like this, this silly
The last Jewish
religious.
carpenter.
This is just this silly religious bullshit where it's like this is our land, and it's like the land sucks.
Land sucks.
Who the fuck cares? Like if it was yours in the Bible, go fucking somewhere nice because there's already people there. There's already people there, and everything sucks. Everybody's poor. And it's
sand.
fucking. I just imagine it's like a bunch of dunes and sand. Not
It stinks. Now it's all just bricks, rubble bricks. Yeah, it stinks. Yeah, don't vacation there. I wouldn't want to live there. They should see this as an invite out. Play up the sympathy and say, we've had it here. We want a parcel of land on the Costa Rican Pacific coast.
Yeah.
We'll call it even.
Yeah.
And they have the greatest propaganda campaign I've ever seen, where it's like any Jew, at least in America that I know of, is like,
Jews.
we'll fucking fly you out here for free so you can like have sex with all of our big titty, like Israeli women.
They got big asses too.
Yeah,
Huge romps.
yeah.
Big Jew ass.
So for decades they've been running this like full on like propaganda campaign for young Jewish people in America, where it's like, come out here for free. You can stay here for like the flight. Everything is free, and we're gonna teach you all about like being Jewish, and you get to have sex with hot like IDF soldiers
and black dudes.
Dude, the whole fucking thing is crazy, and it's like, you know, and it's like I said, there's no justification for like a terrorist organization doing anything like, you know, like what Hamas or Hezbollah do. But it's like you do have to connect the dots and be like, well, this shit exists for a reason. It's not like these things just like sprout up organically. It like there's an action and a reaction. So you know.
Yeah, if I go build a house in the middle of the South Side Chicago, I can't then say, what is going on here? These people are going nuts. I didn't sign up for this. It's probably a terrible metaphor, but whatever. This is a dumb show.
Yeah, the show.
Ski Mask, get us out of this somehow.
Is my microphone working? That's all.
Yeah,
I
you
wanna
sound
know.
fine. Just stop leaving me.
Computers. What?
Like I'm not a political analyst.
Stop leaving. You're fine.
I've literally only learned about this stuff within the last week. But even
Who cares? Just drop a nuclear bomb on the entire Middle East and solve a fucking problem in one drop.
The thing is like even me, who like finally read some like articles about this, immediately just put it together. Like, oh, I didn't know it was like this European colony. So yeah, like I was able to like put the whole history together pretty quickly.
What's more important is super chats.
Yeah, not a single one. These people are cretins.
They spent all their money on the Great Sports Mask Collective that our guest here saw. Nick was late for, of course. Now, Nick, do you guys blow each other on the hiking trips? Let's get down to the real fucking problems. And Nick, also,
that is a
one
good
more
question.
What is gayer, Nick? What's gayer? And Dalton, you're more than welcome to weigh in on this. Is it gayer to take a shower with two other guys, or to have a threesome with your brother with one chick? What's gayer?
Shower.
I'd say the brother. And that's like incest and weird, right?
Yes, it is,
just,
Nick. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
but there's a woman
but
involved.
it's not gay. Well,
that's your brother. It's your own brother, though. Isn't that gay? It's pretty gay.
That's gay. Yeah.
Well, what Nick knows the people involved in this infamous shower I've told him about. There was a time when me and Mead and Juggy once took a shower all together in my apartment at the time, but the reason was to save time so we can go out and talk to chicks. Clearly. It wasn't like we were grab ass and washing each other's assholes. We got in, got out, slapped a couple dongs, and then went downtown and piped broads all night. Meanwhile, by the way, breaking news. What are you doing? Ski Mask sent me a naked picture of his brother holding his cock at 1 a.m. last night. He sent one. I got an angry text from Kelly that you sent her a picture of your brother holding his cock at 1 a.m. So what is going on with your gay stuff? Why you're sharing dick pics with your brother and you're calling other people gay?
Well, no.
Chat. This is all real, chat.
He was taking an upper decker at the bar, and I happened to get.
And he sent you a picture of your cock.
No, we were on FaceTime, and he stood up, and I took a screenshot to send to Kelly to let her know what she's missing out on.
Why was he grabbing? He was grabbing his cock in the picture. He was grabbing his cock towards you.
Well, I guess he was doing a gesture. Yeah, he was doing an upper decker, and then he stood
Protecting
up.
it.
But he got laid last night. He fucked a chick in my dad's truck, which is absolutely amazing, astounding, really.
It's gay. It's gay. All this brother sex stuff.
Is it a Cybertruck?
What's that?
Is it a Cybertruck?
Yeah, big truck.
Like back of the truck?
Like a 250 or 2500?
Yeah, it's a 250.
S10?
F-250, Ford F-250.
Both these guys are from Texas, so they talk about trucks.
Yeah, we
all
talk.
the time. Although you're from Vermont, you know trucks.
No. I am not a truck guy. Trucks are fucking stupid.
Why? What if you have to haul a couch?
Exactly.
I think for like most people have there's no practical use for a truck.
So
I actually totally agree with Dalton. Thank you, Dalton.
I've never hired a mover, and I've always had a truck. I've never had to hire a mover.
Have you been hired as a mover?
Yes, I have used my truck to help people move things.
I think a lot of people that get trucks get them just to have them as like a.
No, it's useful. Every man, if you have a penis between your legs, you should have a truck.
It's a man purse. It's a good
They're
point.
they're way too fucking big and gaudy.
Oh, my truck is small, but I got a long bed, so I can fit stuff in there.
Yeah,
Fuck this.
look, if you have a use for it, fine. I just think like you see so many, especially in Texas, you see like so many trucks that are just in pristine condition.
Yeah,
that
the
clearly,
clean
that's
bed.
gay.
Clearly
Especially
never been
if you
used
put a
for
lift
truck
on it
stuff.
or something like that, it's definitely gay.
and I forget there's like some regulation in place. I forget like what it is exactly, but the trucks are fucking huge now because of like some weird regulation about like size and weight.
It has to do with the frame.
We love
Yeah.
talking about size.
So we can, we love size here. So
Yeah,
we can
so-
level out the amount of weight on the cab.
Yeah, no, there's some like efficiency.
No, but there's
you
no
have to-
efficiency. Like the efficiency is shit. The Ford
Somebody
Model
will have to
T
look
is
it
like
up, but there's a
22
reason
miles
why
a
the trucks
gallon.
are fucking gigantic now because it's like some weird loophole to get around these like
I got
emissions and
something
efficiency
gigantic.
regulations. But
Yeah, you got something gigantic. A big picture of your brother's cock.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we'll settle this once and for all with the Kelowna Willies. I mean, they're going to be ordered Monday.
I don't care. It's not about that. Why are you carrying around so many pictures of your brother? Why are you and your brother so
He sent
sexual?
it to me and Vinny, and me and Vinny were laughing
Dalton,
so hard.
Is this a Texas thing, like being gay with your brother? Is this
We
like
always
cool in
talk about
Texas?
dicks here.
I don't
That's the
know.
whole
I
point.
don't have. Well, I do. I mean, I do have a brother, but he's like estranged, so
Big
I
piece?
don't know.
Does your brother have a big dick?
I guess so. Like, I don't know, dude.
What's going on with the size?
I don't know
Reach
him.
out. Let's find out.
Like, I
Can you call him right now and ask him how
Yeah,
big
can you
his
send him
cock
a
is?
link?
Get him on
I don't
the
have his
show.
number. I don't know where he lives. I don't know him. So.
Well, that doesn't matter. It's
Let's
just
ask
see how
the
big his
fans.
dick
Let's
is.
find him.
Yeah. All you got to do, he doesn't even have to
This
know
is
who
the
you are.
show, Dalton. This is
You
the
just
show.
gotta
We're not
call him
talking
and
about
ask
the
him something.
Israeli conflict. We're talking about
Right,
cocks.
yeah. No way. I was my sound to work that we were talking about what's going on in the Middle East.
Yeah,
and we're not
politics.
talking
I want to
the
talk about.
Middle Peace.
And hey, Ski, not politics. How about hold on. How about
Politics.
politics?
Politics.
Politics. There it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Dalton?
Politics is like, politics is interesting nowadays because like a lot of the people that get into politics now is
Are you thinking about getting into politics with that huge hog you have?
it's a good grift. It's a good way to make money. Is to become like.
Did
a
you see
political
Dalton
freak.
beats off in his car
Oh, really?
regularly?
No, I've done it 3 times.
Now,
Like a
I've
campaign
jacked
commercial.
off while I've
The
beat
holy
off
trio,
while
we call that.
driving, and you got to be careful when you pass the 18-wheelers if you have one past you. I beat off in the
Yeah.
interstate in Houston one time. I was
Well,
Well,
going
those
80
people
miles
are
an hour. It was
cretins.
fantastic.
Those people are real cretins. Truck drivers. They probably, their pants are crusted in coke and cum all the time. They're disgusting wheelers of the road. So they probably don't. I'm more worried about, like Dalton said, a Suburban or perhaps a raised Honda Odyssey driving by and looking down at my wet groin.
I love the fact we're losing fans about all this penis talk. Danielle says, "All right, I'm out. You lost me." Well, Danielle,
Yeah.
you live in Canada, where
You're gay. You're
where
gay. You're not
cocks
even
are
allowed to look
very
at cocks
small.
in Canada,
Right.
faggot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So Dalton, you're the
We'll
first
take that out in
billionaire.
post.
So Dalton is the first billionaire podcaster. And,
Congrats.
I just want to know, like, what you did to stack that cash, because obviously our super chats are pretty dry today, just like my boner.
decals.
Yeah, it's ridiculous
Decals.
what's happening out here. I mean,
You sold decals?
Yeah, I'm selling decals.
really?
that's a good way to
What's your
make a
merch
bill.
page? We have a merch page ourselves.
It's just through Patreon. Like I don't. It's like a. I don't know if you saw the telemarketers Did you watch that? The telemarketers documentary.
Which one? There's like 6 of them.
The most recent. It's just called Telemarketers. It's on HBO.
Oh. No, I haven't. Why is it good? I'll watch it.
It's really good. Yeah, it's good in the fact that it's like 2 dipshits trying to do like investigative journalism.
I mean, honestly, here at Ski Mask Collective, we consider ourselves, kind of marketers ourselves, don't we? Sam?
Yeah, but it's all about the sort of the.
Oh yes, this
Folks,
is our
check
merch
this out.
section.
Listen, we got a big surprise here.
This is our
next
merch.
Friday, listen,
do merch
Stevie
here.
Lou will be fighting. I cannot announce the location, but if you want to watch right here on youtube.com/skimaskmedia around 6:30 Eastern time. We will be ringside. Stevie Lou will be showing up. Ooh, that's Chad's apartment with the official Ski Mask Collective gym bag. Of course, you got ski mask.
Beautiful
on top.
bag.
You got stencils with his crows on the sides, folks. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. The quality is top notch, and of course, you got 1,000 penises right there on the bottom. Folks,
of
we got
tits.
puzzles. We have puzzles on skimaskcollective.com.
Oh,
Buy one. It's in season. It's in season.
It's a
in
crow.
season.
It's me talking to crows. I explained to Nick yesterday about how I talk to crows.
Love crows.
All the time now. That's a Stancil crow. It's a Halloween season. Christmas is coming. Listen, load up on these puzzles. This is going to be your grandma's last Christmas. She's losing her mind.
Your grandma's
Puzzles are the
fucking
best
this
thing for
year.
dementia. Buy the puzzle.
If you get this puzzle, you could carry your grandmother into next year. Keep her mind.
You could
busy.
also use the box to put your grandmother's ashes when she surely passes away just before the holidays.
And
the
then
family's
bury her with
crushed.
the unfinished puzzle if she dies from a stroke. I mean, this is where it's at, folks. Of course, winter's right around the corner, folks. Constant content constantly being released here at Ski Mask Video. Every Tuesday, you got Compound pregame when Stancil goes in to, of course, do a show with Gino Bisconti. And you got Sports Mask, you got Ski Mask. I mean, we're taking
I love
over,
that
folks.
hat.
We will be bigger than Rogan, and keep your fucking
Rogan's a hat.
noggin warm. Yeah, Rogan's a
I
hat.
have that. I have that hat. I love that hat. Oh, the great Victor, who was just on Sports Mask Collective. Dalton, this is the show, by the way. We don't do any. We're just gonna do this for the last half hour. So just sit there. This is Vegas Vic. It says it's a fucking circus on the back. He was just on Sports Mask.
Right.
What a show.
Yeah, what his mood is off. I can tell he hasn't been to the casino in a while.
I
was
just
a little
picked a
worried.
flea off of a tick off of my dog. Listen, I just got a text from Kelly.
What's the beef now? Did she not like
what
the
the
picture
fuck
of
is
the dick?
What the fuck is gonna buy your Clone-A-Will? Who the fuck is gonna buy your Clone-A-Willies? You have one female viewer. You need molded pussies or assholes. Incest is best in Texas. And that's it. She doesn't believe in our Clone-A-Willie
Steve
marketing
says-
campaign.
Yeah.
He's
Can I
not
put-
going to lose if he shows up to the fight with this bag.
Hold on. Let's
Can't
just get her
wait.
on the horn.
Wait.
It's
Call
not like we have
Kelly,
two guests
see what
here or
she,
anything.
see what she thinks about the dick
Who
pic.
cares about these two guests? Let's talk to Kelly.
Wait. Hold on.
No,
Who's
we can't.
Kelly?
Who's Kelly?
Hello?
Yes, Kelly.
Yes?
Would you like to weigh in on the picture you received and Clone-A-Willies? Dalton Pruitt and Nick are here.
Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, I got a picture at
Doesn't
1
care about
a.m.,
either of you.
and I literally thought it was photoshopped. And
Why, 'cause it was
wasn't,
big?
And I want to know why I got it.
She wants to know why she got it.
Well, I was just reconfirming that,
Tell
you know,
to send it to me?
Did he
You got-
tell you to send it to her? She wants to know.
yes, he did.
He said yes, he did.
He said send it to Kelly to confirm
Okay,
the size.
well, where is he? I'd like to have him answer.
He's in East Texas right now. I can call him. I can call him live on the phone.
Just
right
call
now.
the authorities or have him arrested for sexual
You
harassment.
won't
frankly.
find him. He's on a farm in East
Somebody
Texas.
sent
You'll
this
never
lady
find him.
a picture of their penis?
The Clone-A-Willies thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sent her a picture of
I
our
don't-
brother's hog last
I
night.
don't think it's a good idea.
Why not?
Because your audience is all men.
That's the
Good.
point.
So
They got holes too. You fucking. You're a hole hog. You're a hole hog. You're a hole hog.
Yeah, quit hogging all the dildo. No, Kelly's saying it's
I'm
not a good
saying,
idea
who
because
wants
she
to
knows you're
buy
going to
it?
lose the battle.
Yeah, you just want to buy all them
This
for
is
all your.
Stancil's manager, Kelly.
You want to buy them to fill all your dumb holes. Maybe a couple of our guys are. We have a hole or two.
He molded it for me. It's on my bedstand. You know that.
Yeah, I'll give you. Anyway, don't leave our mark. Listen, our marketing is top notch. We're killing
Right.
it.
We have the best merchant
Okay,
podcasting.
well, you're cloning them in yourselves? Or are you cloning
Yes,
each
I'm gonna.
other's?
We're buying the
You're
mold
gonna
kits and I'm
dip
cloning my
T-Mac's
cock.
dick, and then he's gonna dip yours.
No, I'm gonna. Maybe I'll have my Haitian voodoo princess help me mold
Ooh,
mine.
Kelly,
How'd you
feel
like
about
that?
Well, then fucking spray it with Febreze when you're done, so it doesn't stink.
Ooh.
Listen, she works all day. She's busy. She doesn't have time to shower.
She just stick a broom handle in there.
I work all day too.
You probably stink too.
shower.
You're old.
Yeah, you smell.
I am old. Stop saying I'm old, fucker.
You
Any
just
new
said-
voicemails?
Any
we
new
can get to?
voicemails? You're ruining our show.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I did have one, but I didn't have time to send it to you. I did
Well,
have
send
one.
it
Send it to
now.
me now, you idiot. We're in the middle of a show. We only do one show a
Fuck,
week.
you know we do this every Saturday.
Okay, I'll send it.
All right, goodbye.
Staying within Vermont? You're gonna go hiking later?
I'm coming back tomorrow. I'm busy. No, goodbye.
Thank you.
Idiot wants to talk to me about real things.
Yeah, so I don't know if you caught this, Stan. So the other day, me and the great Husey were on. No, not Husey. I was on with Quadfather on Ray's show. and we were clowning
The guy
Ray,
that fakes
and,
being handicapped. Yep, got it.
and so I finally called Ray out about these voicemails that he's been leaving Kelly. Now, can we hear one of these voice? I want to hear the one just to prove to everybody that it is Ray DeVito. Dalton, do you know Ray DeVito?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, would you say you're friends with Ray DeVito?
I don't know him now. I mean, like,
I bet you he would say you're his friend.
acquaintances. Like
Yeah.
I've talked to him maybe like twice.
He would
3
say you're a
times.
good dude.
He's a nice guy. Yeah, I don't. I don't know.
He's nice on the podcast, and when we hang out with him, when he comes to secret shows. But, however, we did find out that he's been leaving Kelly some
Disgusting.
absolutely atrocious, disgusting voicemails that we have to get to the bottom of it. So
Yeah.
I tried
God,
to
she
call him
texts
out
me
about
way
it.
too much. This is annoying.
Can
Let's
I
see.
can I plug my merch?
Yeah,
No.
well, let's play we're gonna play the voicemail, and you can plug your merch. I can't wait to see it because you are the billionaire. That's
I'm
the
the
reason
billionaire.
I knew what you were going for a minute ago. I was trying to blow you off so that all your billionaire followers that provide you cash can buy my merch first. 1 second.
Hold
we're
on,
gonna
give me
play
a
this
second. We're
voicemail
pulling it
from
up.
Drake.
Listen, we don't have a producer. We're not billionaires like some people.
Yeah, Dalton. I mean, you probably
I
have
don't
5 producers that are on your podcast, or maybe you don't. That's why you're a billionaire. You don't have to pay anybody else.
Yeah. I have a 5-year-old computer that. I just-
Well, Stansel's is over 10 years old. That's why.
Yeah, mine doesn't.
sometimes
That's why I can only have one guest on at a time. 'Cause
yeah,
it melts.
Stancils looks like Abu Ghraib footage.
Well, we
he-
don't.
he
That's
went
enough
on a
politics for one day. Okay.
Yeah, we. Oh,
I don't know where any of these are. I don't know how
How'd
my
you
phone
lose them
works.
in
I'm
7
38
days?
years old. I don't know.
we were playing them 1 week ago. You're 30.
I don't
10 years
know.
older than me.
Because she sends them to idiotic. She can't keep them all in one place because she just She's a woman, so she's scatterbrained and a
Scatterbrained.
moron.
Yeah.
They have minds like fucking insects. They're just all over the place.
Well, my show is called Corn Fed with Dalton Pruitt. YouTube.com/.
Are you trying to do your plug so you can leave? Is that what's
No.
happening?
I'm
'Cause you hate the show?
I'm just doing.
We don't do plugs here. Nobody
just
watches the show.
vamping while he tries to pull up what I'm sure is a hilarious voicemail.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
but-
you're doing this new podcast. We will plug at the end, but one time me and
Corn-fed.
Stevie Lou and I got in a notorious fight because he started plugging in the middle of the show.
Oh, okay.
It was very notorious. Everyone's heard about it, even Ray DeVito.
Yeah.
Oh, I found Ray's voicemail. Are we gonna cut off?
Yes,
Dalton's
play the voicemail,
plugs?
please, so we can get
Okay.
to some plugs here.
Ray DeVito.
Hey Kelly, it's me, Ray DeVito, the Blood Shark, the host of Rock Bottom Podcast. I was just jerking off to the footage of the Hamas bombings in Palestine.
Not a good
I was
guy.
wondering, where are these nudes that you agreed to send me? Remember, it's at Ray DeVito, and I'm waiting for them. Also, I have a problem with black people.
Ray DeVito's out of control.
Disgusting.
I just don't understand how he's able to. Host
I don't know when he picked up an Irish brogue, but
I don't
Yeah.
know. That's definitely Ray DeVito, right, Dalton?
definitely him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Is that what is it about like New York comedy where it's like the joke is that I'm racist?
What do you mean, like Ray just said that he's?
Yeah,
joking about-
there's so many like comedians in New York, especially that's like the joke is just like by the way, I'm racist.
I don't know.
I don't know. Nobody talks
think,
to
I
us,
think
so.
probably Dalton because it's so bad to be racist these days that it's hard to be edgy anymore without being funny. So these people are being funny and then reminding everyone that they're racist at the end of the joke, so that they can seem edgy. Since you can't be edgy anymore. I mean, could you just imagine if Eddie Murphy's Faggots came out today and he was black?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess I understand that. I mean, I don't know. It just seems
That's what
kind
it
of-
is. They're trying to be edgy. They're trying to push the envelope as much as they can without not getting booked, without yelling the N word like Gino Bisconti.
Right. Gino's a good example where
He
it's-
loves the N word. Gino
It
loves
just
the
seems
N-word.
very juvenile to me to be like. So the joke is, it's not even like subversive. It's just like, but also I'm racist.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, so Gino, the crowds really don't care. The truthful crowds, I know because I went on to the scene last Friday or 2 Fridays ago, and I picketed Gino's show. I said, "Come for the opener, leave for the headliner," and I let everyone know that was entering the building that Gino Bisconti loves the N-word. He will yell the N-word any chance he gets on the stage. and no one had a problem with it. Zero
Yeah.
people had it. People
Like,
were in
I saw
because they don't
something-
care. It's the media that gives a fuck.
I
The
saw
people
something
going to buy tickets
on-
want to hear the N-word.
I saw something on X, formerly Twitter, where it was
Transition.
Successful transition.
Chrissy Mayer and another lady, I don't know, some other lady that she was with.
The
They
short,
went, who?
the short. What did the other lady look like? We know Christy Mary.
I
We were
have
at her
no
wedding.
idea. It was
Uh,
Chrissy.
Stancil and I
and-
were at her wedding, so we know who she hangs out with.
It might have been that Keanu lady. Like I don't know, but let me look. It was like
Speaking of that, hold on. Before you continue, I do have to get to this point with Stancil. I have not watched Tuesdays in Hot Water. I only watch it when I have absolutely nothing else to listen to, even though my beloved Jim
How
Stancil's
dare
on
you.
there. Did you notice, Stancil, that when Gino was on his way to see if his girlfriend was all right after getting shot right outside of her apartment, she didn't get shot, but the gunshots were clearly audio visible. He did not leave the house without his headbands. Your thoughts? Do you think that he headed over there because he just wanted his face in the news, or that he actually was going to check on his chick?
Gino doesn't wear the headband in public. I got to be honest, not that much, unless he's doing a show.
should.
And let me do a plug. That was also the same night I hit the streets with Alex Stein. I
Right.
was running security for Alex Stein at the Palestinian rally downtown.
Is Gino trying to do like a David Foster Wallace thing with the headband? Is he trying to like make that his look?
It's been.
I don't
his
know who
look
that
for a
is,
couple
where-
of years.
where-
Yeah, but
where
we don't know
David
who
Foster Wallace. He was an author who.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the leader of the KKK.
No, that's David Duke.
Right. I
Of,
think
Duke,
that's
of
what he's
Duke's
going
mayonnaise. No,
It'd be funny if David Duke wore dumb headbands.
David Foster Wallace was
He already wears dumb hats.
He was
Yeah.
an author. He was a novelist and an essayist, and his look was he always wore a bandana.
Essayist. He was Mexican.
for. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was Spanish.
and he always wore he had like a very distinct look because of his bandana, and so I thought maybe Gino got really into like Infinite Jest or
N-word?
something and decided to
Well,
start wearing
I don't know.
headbands.
Gino's an easy person to read. Don't ask.
I
me
like how
know.
Dalton is, talking about, oh, he had a mental breakdown and blah, blah, blah. And he's by far the smartest person on this show by about
Right.
a billion.
Yeah, it's interesting how smart I am, but also a complete fucking moron. Like, I'm well read.
You're
Like,
a billionaire, so
Yeah,
I'm an English
like,
major myself.
I have the tools to like pull something off. It's just like I just keep getting
like
in
a
my own
crowbar?
way. Yeah, like Gordon Freeman from Half-Life, the crowbar.
you said pull something. It's the first tool I thought about.
Yeah, well, it's the first weapon you get in Half-Life.
You got to block and tackle to help pull some stuff up if it weighs too much.
Yeah. I found the Chrissy Mayer thing. So it was her and some lady at April_.
Yeah,
Einfeld.
that's
April Immo, beautiful lady.
That's Steel Toe's wife. So Chrissy is in Minnesota. I think they did a show on the Steel Toe Morning Show.
So
yesterday.
yeah, so the picture is both of them in front of the historic George Floyd Memorial, and they're
Hilarious.
both wearing hats that say "I can't breathe." And Chrissy Mayer is holding up a bottle of crushed grape soda.
Hilarious. I
So,
mean,
Yeah,
but that does go back to your point about the racist thing.
yeah, it's like the joke is it's just like over the top, like playing into like racial.
Yeah, the grape soda is a little bit over the top, and the fact that the hats are flat billed. I know what picture it is.
Yeah, the flat
Yeah,
brim
yeah.
hat. If they were dad hats, I could let it pass. But because
Right.
the brims were flat, it clearly is a shot at the
Right.
African American
I don't
community.
remember the last time
and I won't
I've seen a
stand
black
for it.
dude wearing a dad hat. So they're dressing.
Last time I've seen a black dude
I mean,
being a
the-
dad, rack me.
I love Chrissy, but the only thing worse than that is if they did blackface. I mean,
Now that I could go for that. Now if you do blackface and drink orange soda and wear an "I Can't Breathe" hat in front of the George Floyd Memorial, count me in. I'll super chat $2.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Go all the way, I say.
Look, whatever you gotta do to make
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
Like,
You know what,
it's-
Stancil? You're exactly right. If you're gonna fucking do it, go all the way.
Well, in today's day and age,
Because in 10
yeah.
years from now, the fact that a white lady's holding grape soda will be racist. I know it's racist now, but 10 years
It's
from now, you're
racist
canceled for
now.
that.
It's clearly
No,
what
it's
they're
not.
doing.
No, it's not. It's grape soda. Anyone can buy it.
But,
Well,
but hold on.
What's
but
next?
The
Are we
joke,
cutting watermelon? I mean, that's
the
hilarious
joke,
too.
The joke that she's making is that it's like what they're doing is racist. Like
I mean, who
otherwise,
cares? George Floyd was a drug addict. He would have been an astronaut.
No,
though,
but
if
I
he
think
Right.
I want to think I'm go all the way.
If you're gonna
'Cause
do
now-
it, go
'cause-
all the way
Yeah,
with it,
because
yeah.
now it's almost a little bit hack just to do that.
Right.
Go to be edgy. Do the whole blackface. Go wild.
Yeah, get crazy, man.
yeah. Well, that's the thing is like when the joke is just that like this is very racist. It is very like juvenile and kind of hack. Like,
Yeah, because
like,
it's halfway. That's what makes it hack. If you're gonna do it, you gotta go full throttle on it. You know? I mean, why not?
Or I don't know, or just be like more subversive about it and
I'll
clever.
throttle
Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna get you. I'll give you a tour of the property.
Yes, give us a tour,
All right,
please.
go ahead. Nick
Now,
will
is
hold
this-
it down.
Is this Nick's property or?
No. This is Nick. No. This is Nick. Nick lives down the road. I'm gonna go. No, you're staying here.
Yeah, you're staying here, Nick. You're staying here to talk to the boss.
All right.
Me.
All right, boss. What we got?
All right, Nick. While he's giving us a tour, when's the last time you got some pussy? Let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Last week, I think.
Hell yeah.
Married, happily married.
Happily married, happy pipe, happy wife, happy pipe. Right, Dalton?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dalton, now are you dating? What's going on?
No, I'm just like podcasting and trying to get my head straight.
Stacking
You know?
your fucking cash, you billionaire. I'm so
Mhm.
jealous, man. You moved up here to try, and then I don't know where you moved now. You're in an undisclosed location, but I mean,
Yeah,
that's-
I'm just
that's how
building
billionaires do it.
just building my life back, and then I'll fucking storm New York again, rich as fuck, and swing my dick around at all the comedy clubs, I guess.
Now, one question I did want to ask you: was there a falling out between you and Lewis? Is that
No.
official or
No, it was just that I was going through like a really kind of like life threatening health situation, in terms of like sort of like a full on psychotic break, and like Lewis was kind of upset at first, but then I think like he understood after a phone call we had that I was like completely fucking off the rails, like just
right?
out of my mind. But there was never a falling out. No. It just, it's just like, unfortunately I just went into sort of a coma. Like, I just haven't really talked to
Sucks.
anybody. in a long time.
I'm glad you're back. Yeah, I know it's hard to talk about. All right, Stats, so give us a run around. I know you guys aren't hunting any of those antlers because you don't even know how to fire a firearm.
If when Nick gets back, ask him. Nick has many, many guns that I've fired before up here. This is
Okay.
Vermont, baby. Now, I don't know why I can't flip my. I can hear myself talking. Oh, it's probably on his microphone.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
No, we can hear you. It's very loud.
Yeah, you sound good. Let's give us a quick tour. Let's see what's going on out there.
All right.
Don't show any license plates, of course.
There's Noah, of course.
Right.
Now look at this.
Now, where are the bitches?
Look at that.
Are you gonna dive headfirst off of that after doing some mushrooms?
Look at the property. Beautiful river, having a ton of rain, as you can see there.
Yeah,
Can you
that
hear me?
sucked. You chose the great weekend. Yes, we can hear you just fine, loud and clear.
This is all the same property as far as the eye can see here. The river down there. You see?
No, I don't. I just see it just looks like any ordinary deck without.
You don't
railing.
see the river? You don't see the river flowing
the
down there?
river's flowing over. Why don't you go jump in it with concrete shoes, Stan?
All right, I'm on my way. Boys, come here. Ask Nick about guns.
Nick, what's going on with the weapon area? You packing pieces? I mean, no, you already said you're packing a hog.
Oh yeah. Well, I think Texas just adopted the Vermont carry law of no permit required.
Right, it is.
guys
It's
just
open
recently did
carry.
that.
You don't have to have
Yep.
a permit. It's fucking fantastic.
Yep. Vermont's done
Yep.
that since day one. You have to be 15
Yeah,
up to
for
carry.
Texas, you're all hacked.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I think the danger was Texas started banning books, and they let everyone have guns. So that's why all the shootings went up. Like, keep the books and the guns together so people can read and not be as dumb. Like, there's a balance of education and education.
All right,
and-
Stan. So I see the river. We do have another guest I'd like to bring in real quick.
All right, bring in the guest. Who cares? I'll leave.
No, yeah, you leave, you go back. Nick stays. Nick's a better host than you anyway, Stancil. Just stay out there in the
We know.
rain. Like I said, get your concrete shoes and get off in the river.
Who's coming?
Of course, Dalton, you do know that Stevie Lou. Now, Stevie, are you here to address rumors? Because I told you last night on the phone I wouldn't be bringing it up.
No, that's so stupid. Why would you even fucking placate to retards? I just wanted to say hello to Dalton. How are you, buddy? Long time.
Yeah, good to see you, man. I'm good. I'm
too,
doing
dude.
good.
You too, my brother.
People think we have beef.
No, it's not people. There's one scumbag
one
on the
clown who
internet
lives in
who's
Canada.
who's a fuckhead. Don't worry about it, buddy. I'm sorry that people were fucking with you just as a way to try to get with me. It's a long, stupid thing, but I wanted to say hello, Nick. Right, Nick is doing a great job checking in, taking care of our boy Stancil.
Make sure he's still alive.
Really, the one reason why I did want to check in, to be really honest and maybe bring us down to a serious note, is I did want to give a, I guess, pour one out. We lost a member of our show, my show, BYB, the Backyard Boys. Lost our buddy Robert. Bobby P passed away suddenly this week. That's not a joke. That's not a work. It's a real thing. Regular character on our BYB program passed away tragically at the age of 28. He had a thing where he was trying to get sober. Ski Mask, I want you to listen real carefully.
I listened.
This guy
I watched last night's
trying
show.
to get
I know I have the
sober.
link,
He was trying to get sober, and he had a seizure because he was unsupervised trying to detox himself from alcohol.
Yep, I've had
He
three
had a
of them, I know.
seizure. He had a seizure, a massive seizure, which caused a stroke, which then caused a heart attack, and he was in a coma and then taken off life support. Because he had no gain of function. So
plug the GoFundMe for Bob.
I don't. It's if folks just go to Stevie, to my Twitter, the BYB Twitter, anybody's Twitter. Thank you for everyone.
He's the same age as me, man.
He's 20. He was
scary.
28 years old. He had a kid too, a kid. So we did put together. I'm sorry, guys, to do like the not funny.
No, it's all
bit
good.
here.
No, Bobby P was great.
It's honestly been bringing me down,
Well, I mean, we
week.
do ask that you super chat us first and then head over there.
Sure.
If you don't mind.
If you could throw a few bucks to the Ski Mask Collective super chats, and then if you have anything left over,
Please give it.
we're trying to
Us first.
bury our friend. But Ski Mask Collective first. Absolutely good point.
And the merch page.
And the merch. Yeah, if you want to maybe buy a couple of gym. Anyway.
Send some puzzles to his family. They probably want something fun to do.
They want something to do while they're waiting around.
You can put some puzzles in the.
Subscribe to my Patreon.
Yeah,
the
donate to
funeral home,
Dalton's
but people are waiting in line.
Patreon.com/Dalton Pruitt. Is that it?
Patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt.
Okay, and then if there's any money left over, of course, head over to.
And by the way, don't forget to give super chats on the Sports Mash show too before
Sports Mash.
After that, for sure, if there's anything left.
Donate to the IDF needs your support.
That is true.
Point to your left. There's a QR code. If you just put your hand to your left
Yes,
above you,
there is a QR code at the top of the screen, folks.
Next
if
point,
you pull
thank
out
you,
your
Nick.
smartphone, you can donate right there to the PayPal.
Real easy. But then again, if you have anything left over,
anything left over there,
please
there's
do.
a man, a family.
There's many steps you have to take before you get to the Bobby P GoFundMe page.
But please get there, dude. Please get there.
Yeah,
Just do those.
Find your way through the
previous
forest
steps,
before you get there.
But it just goes to show, man. Like there's already been a great.
Happen, man. It's weird because he's the same age as me, and I've lived it. Like I've woken up in an ambulance twice. It's fucking scary. So when I read it, that's why I didn't hop on last night. I was just like, damn, it's weird. But I did.
It's like we got a message that he had a seizure earlier in the week, and we decided that there was nothing funny about that. It's serious. So we didn't take it
unless
to the
you're
air.
on this show, then we
just
make
show,
then we do shows about it for a year.
This is again, we're talking about the BYB podcast.
Okay. What happens to your hog whenever you get put in the ground? I mean, it's a serious question. I mean, does it just?
I hope that it expands a little bit, just for everybody's sake. How big is your piece?
I've always said this, and Bobby was a funny guy. Maybe he'd appreciate it. I've always said they should do the bottom half open at the wake, where they pull the pants down around the knees and everybody can kiss the hog.
That's fantastic.
Open bottom casket.
The bottom half casket.
If it's a closed casket.
Could you ask the fam what super chat amount would allow us to do the bottom half casket?
Right.
Yeah,
where
there
the top,
are like
all of it's closed. All you can see is the hog size.
we do seem
whenever
to have
they're-
some sort of line of communication with the Peden family. So yeah, I'll see if I can float that out there as a few more days before the ceremony.
Now, how many more days until the funeral? Because
appreciate
we
it.
are
Thank you.
we are ordering clone willies this week.
Right.
Too late to
no.
clone his Willie?
It might be
Yeah,
a
is it
little
too
too
late
yeah,
to
with
future
shipping,
generation?
with shipping and all that, it's gonna be tough.
Maybe
But
we'll
yeah, man,
rush
it's weird.
it.
Like we heard he had a seizure, and then I fucking messaged him on
Well,
Tuesday,
so
and
I
you
saw
know
his
he never.
tweet. I saw
never
his
got
tweet
back, and
about
now
the
he's gone.
seizure.
So it's like
I saw the tweet
fuck.
about a seizure, and then he followed it up with something that was really cryptic, and I was like, oh shit, something's wrong with this guy.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, he's croaked. So I don't,
So
it's weird.
you know, again,
man,
didn't
how
want
fast.
to be a big bummer, and I don't.
No,
want
it's all
to
good. I appreciate you coming on.
take
And of
up
course,
too much
Bob.
We
it was
wish him
funny.
well. We wish
No,
him well.
Yeah,
we wish him well.
Safe passage to the afterlife.
Godspeed.
So no beef with Dalton, right?
Of course not. No.
Okay, cool.
As
All
a
right,
matter of
let's see,
fact, I
that's
can go.
cleared up.
I remember like seeing Dalton for the first time at the Creek in the Cave,
That was
going up
gay.
on an open mic. This is back in 2018, 2019, something a long
Yeah.
time ago, and thinking, whoa, boy, this guy
He's a
is
mess.
fucking twisted, and I loved it.
That's why
I
we have
loved
to
it,
become
man.
more twisted because look, we were just talking about he's the first billionaire podcaster, and so maybe we should become more twisted,
Creek in
folks.
the
I mean,
Cave-
we're cloning our cocks. What's
Creek
next?
in the
I mean,
Cave was very clicky, especially back then. This guy shows up with the accent and the insane material from the drop. That motherfucker had crazy jokes, and people were like, "What?"
They
the
did not
fuck?"
like me.
They didn't like him. I loved it because I was also kind of an outcast sort of guy that no one really got along with.
They
And then-
legitimately thought I was a Nazi at first.
They thought he was a proud boy, blah blah blah. But eventually, I saw that you did kind of work your way into the inner circle. He definitely stuck around and kept showing up and doing good, and he made his way up the ladder until he famously grabbed the mic on Legion of Skanks and professed his love to Kevin Brennan, our Lord and Savior. Which,
An
Lord
error,
and Savior, yes,
what an
right.
error in judgment there. Dave
Well,
Smith
no,
is it.
you'll always be a legend to me for that.
I was just gonna say that, Jim. You are you should never have to pay for. Well, I don't know if you're drinking, but that phrase, this guy should never have.
He'll
to buy
never
a
pay
drink.
for a grape soda again. Let me tell
You'll
you
never
that.
pay for a
Not
grape
around
soda
me.
in MLC land again, buddy. You're forever ingratiated to us. So
But that's why I was floating the idea earlier, Stevie, of maybe the next candidate. I'm going to run it past Kevin, Dalton for the therapy guy.
sure, not a bad idea at all. I do have to say, not to sound all look at me, look at me. The doctor said specifically that he wants to talk about my drug use, my cannabis
Oh, I like
consumption.
this. Yeah,
I don't know if you heard that.
He wants to debate you about your
He
cannabis,
wants-
and I agree wholeheartedly because I think the doctor might be right.
I knew you would. I fucking knew you were loving that.
Oh, I
when he
smiled
said
the
that.
minute he said it. Yeah, I'm
And,
like Stevie, weed. Look at me, weed. I know.
Yeah, look, I'm doing
busting
right
your
now.
butt.
This thing
Oh,
is.
now, are you going to smoke
filled
before
with
your fight
hash.
next Friday?
And
Are you
speaking
gonna
of which,
smoke before
Nick,
the fight.
I got to come up there one day and
yeah.
smell your roses.
In his
But yeah, like seriously, shit. What was I just talking about?
Oh,
Man,
it's
my
probably the
short-term-
weed.
It's probably the
Yeah,
weed
it's
right
the
now.
weed,
No,
man.
I'm kidding.
It gave you a brain.
I'm open to. I think first the doctor is incredible.
He's
He
good.
is 5-star entertainment for this world, and the fact that did you hear what he said? He said that he wrote a paper, a medical
Yeah.
paper about the dynamic between Quadfather and Chad Zumach. How
Yeah, that was
both
one of the
had-
great episodes. Of,
both of them have had severe traumas in their
Uh-huh.
life, but one of them has been able to get over it, and you can see that. And the dynamic between those two yin and yangs was so
Hilarious.
insane. He says he wants to publish it, and then he said that the doctor said that he was watching episodes of BYB to get further analysis of Derek and how he is.
Yeah.
And I was
the
like, what
the
the
doctor, and when he's not seeing patients and asking them how big their hogs are, he's watching podcasts.
He could be
If I
watching
could,
right now.
if I could quickly fill Nick in, Chad Zumach is a failed comic who's done terrible things to many people, including doxing people on this very
Stealing credit
podcast. Very unfunny, stolen credit cards.
From
He's,
veterans.
Regular
fake
sniper
getting punched in the
wolf.
face.
Yeah,
The
sniper
quad father is a man who claims to be quadriplegic from jumping in his pool. I've said all along that, so help me God, he can walk and move his arm. You see him on the show going wild with his crazy arm, so he's a liar too. So both these people are questionable in my book, but that was an interesting take by the doctor.
So
I knew you were gonna throw that in, Stan. So.
So yeah, I think this is again like we have evergreen, everlasting material.
Well,
This
not Bobby.
shit-
He's dead.
Yeah, Bobby.
Yeah, it's
Bobby,
like Bobby
can't have
P. No,
material.
Bobby P's not
will-
evergreen. He's an old oak.
Open pipe casket is what we need. Open pipe casket.
Open pipe casket.
No
Rest in
face,
peace.
just peace, just peace.
Rest in peace.
I mean, yeah, rest
come on!
exactly.
Come
All right,
on,
we're gonna call
folks.
this
Let's have a
episode
laugh.
Rest in peace, folks. This episode's called Rest in Peace.
Have you guys followed the Sniper Wolf story?
I know Sniper Wolf from Metal Gear Solid. That's the extent of my Sniper Wolf. She was a boss in Metal Gear Solid. That's all I know. That
I
was
know.
20 years ago.
So I understand that this is not what Jim is talking about. It's more a Twitch streamer who doxed somebody.
Yeah, it's really interesting how I don't know who anyone is. Like when these stories happen, I'm like, who the fuck are these people?
Right.
And then you find out they're probably like the most famous people alive currently.
Small hogs.
Yeah, small hog. Well, she's a woman, so yes, no
Oh,
hog.
very small hog. Can't even find those things.
Like she got into some beef with another YouTuber and
I got a
doxed him. Like put
I
up a
got
picture
beef.
of his house and his address, and I'm like, who the. Like I've never heard of these people, and I went to her YouTube page.
Yeah,
Send him a
who
letter.
would ever do that? Who would ever
Send
imagine
him a letter.
that?
Ask him how big.
We
it
don't
is.
know anybody who would ever.
She has 34 million YouTube subscribers, so it's like she's getting better numbers than like most TV shows on her channel. Like it's fucking crazy how famous these people are. That I've like, I don't know who's watching this.
Not me.
You know what I mean?
This is my first time hearing
You're
about
asking
it.
the
I don't
wrong
know.
people.
I don't know what
We
we're
barely
talking
do the
about.
show.
I mean, we started this show 3.5-4 years ago, and I could care less about any other shows or sniping or whatever. It's
Yeah.
all about hog size here.
Yeah.
You guys are doing it wrong.
It's
You
the
need to-
most important thing.
You need to play video games and comment on. I don't know what these people do.
Hog
I
size.
I don't either, and I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about when I walk into a store, I look at a gentleman that's wearing
Yeah.
a nice pair of pants or a pair of slacks and a nice tucked-in
Slack.
shirt, and all that's in my head is how big is it?
Your hog, yeah.
I mean, how big is it? Like, we,
Yeah, we
need
play-
to see the size.
We play video games here. It's called How Big Is Your Hog? You
What's
put a
going on with
quarter
it?
in the
Yeah,
machine.
we're on
and
video.
you
What's
fucking-
going
I
on?
think
outside.
I think Hamas just wants to know how big it is.
They really do. They're testing them. They already asked the first initial question.
They
That's
won't
what's
answer.
Launching
Yeah.
grenades
That's
and
wrong.
bombs.
That's
The Gaza strip off your pants and show us your hog.
They're
Yeah.
parachuting in there with their hogs out.
Right. They're
Oh.
parachuting pants down.
You think the Hamas are cut or uncut?
Yes.
Uncut over there.
Really?
They don't have hospitals. You're
They
being
got
blown
the
all the
Indians.
hospitals
They all
up.
got
I
blown
love.
up.
They all got
I love
blown
being
up.
cut.
No more cut.
But I am jealous of guys who are uncut, because if you buy like a gram of Coke, you could totally, stash it into your flapper.
That's a good point.
Well, I heard the uncuts are coming back. Uncut
it is
comeback.
coming. A lot of people are getting, against circumcision.
I was watching a porno the other day where a woman was blowing
I
a
couldn't
guy
do it.
who was uncut, and she stuck her tongue in his foreskin.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Eee. That's
Now,
like
where were
licking
you
an
driving to when you were watching this?
I was on my way back to the halfway house, my sober living house.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
ass.
it looked
Bobby's
pretty cool.
dead.
It looked awesome. I was like, I wish I could experience a woman.
Hey, never say
Yeah.
never.
Her tongue in my foreskin. I don't have a foreskin, so
I mean,
Right.
You can make one. You just got to shrivel
you
it
probably
up, but
get
it'd probably
surgery
be
for
hard.
that
All you
these
got to
days.
do is smoke meth or take
Yeah.
a shit ton of Adderall, and then your penis will be like this. Don't ask me how I
Oh.
know. I did walk upon BYB podcast with my dick out at one point.
Your penis does get a male penis does get a bit shrewd once you've had any
Ooh,
kind of
it's
amphetamine. That is
yeah,
true.
I've been there. I've taken Adderall before. My penis is the
I'm on
worst
it right
it's
now.
ever
My
been.
penis
Yeah.
is small.
Because then it's weird because you get paranoid on the uppers too. So then you're
Yeah.
like, oh my
Especially when you
God,
drink it.
am I going
Yeah.
to be like this forever?
Right.
Like, what
Stevie,
happened?
you were late. What do you think about now? Ski Mask is sending pictures of his brother holding his cock to people just last night. Like, is this
Stevie, would you
crossing
like
a
the
line?
photo?
Man, I was listening and I was like, God damn, thank goodness I'm just a listener of this podcast.
Well, I mean,
Well,
I would-
now you're
so
here.
if
I
it
realized,
was
holy
just
fuck,
me-
no, this is
if
my
it-
people. Like, I'm embarrassed.
If it was just me, I wouldn't have done it. I had influence from the great Vinny Cash, who, by the way, is the person who told me I should walk on the BYB podcast with my pants off. So I
Let's
should
be honest,
stop listening
Vinny Cash
to Vinny
gives
Cash.
you 75% of your good ideas. Let's just be.
That's what I mean. when he runs an idea by me, I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. You know, it's whatever.
I've asked this before, but I feel like you might go gay for pay with Vinny Cash.
No, I consider Vinny one of my best friends.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know, he flew me out to Utah to fix his pool, and I didn't know what to expect when I went. Either I'm going to get raped or he's going to be a really nice guy like he's always been.
Or both.
Beautiful family, beautiful home. It was just one of the best times ever. Even though I was there to do some work, it was one of the best vacations.
No gay
ever.
Stuff.
Vinny ruled. No gay stuff. Absolutely 100% no gay stuff.
Right.
I did want to add to something that Stevie mentioned. The Creek was the best comedy club in New York when it was there. Like, as cliquey as those people could be, Rebecca really ran the best club in the city. Just if for no other reason than if you were a homeless comedian, you could spend all day there.
Shout out Gina.
I mean, Thanksgiving she would do basically all of the lowest of the low comedians who had no home.
Turkey basting.
They had no family, no friends, nowhere to go. Would be able to go to the Creek and have a really nice Thanksgiving dinner. She would sometimes
sounds depressing.
She'd open.
I think
that sounds horrible.
It sounds absolutely horrible. She's giving dinner at a fucking dark.
I went for the dinner once because I had one of these situations where I worked a show that went until 4 a.m. I was working some underground show in the city. Went till 4 a.m. I stayed up later, and then I'm waking up at 1 p.m. so hungover. I'm not going back up to New Rochelle. I'm like, I'm just going to go to the Creek for Thanksgiving, and it was an amazing time.
There were days I would show up at 4 p.m. and just not leave. I'd leave at 2
That's what time I get off work. #real job.
I'll even say that when the Creek left New York City,
I just love watching Stancil, and then I see the little stupid smile.
When the Creek left New York City, I say the New York comedy scene died. The heart of the New York City comedy scene died, and it's never been the same.
I don't know. The Stand seems to be popping every week.
But it's a different
Stand
scene,
is
man.
the sexy spot.
The Stand became kind of the hang. Because I remember one time.
Except when Ray DeVito's in.
It's not.
When Ray DeVito does his once a month Tuesday show.
It's not anymore. It's not as good as it was when it first opened. Like you're talking about.
So what's better, the Cellar or the Stand?
There was a minute where it looked like that Brooklyn Comedy Club.
I mean, you're a billionaire. Just buy the club, Dalton.
Yeah, but that club that Ed Farrell opened in Williamsburg.
I used to have I had a monthly show there for about 6 months or so.
Yeah, and I remember clips? This was after Rebecca had left, and I was talking to Ed one day, and I was like, "This is a really cool place. Like everybody's hanging out. It's kind of like the new Creek." And he got mad at me for saying that.
Right.
And then now I guess it's not that now.
No.
It's
all no. Yeah, it's the scene. Like I said,
well, that's gay. That's all gay.
That's gay. Talking about
comedy is gay.
Going to clubs is gay. If you do something, don't take.
Leaving your house is gay. Doing anything that's not this is gay.
Yeah, I mean Rebecca is just such a breath of fresh air because so many club owners are really antagonistic.
They're gay
comedians who aren't famous.
Right.
And
Rebecca was supportive.
They've always stunk.
I think Rebecca might be the reason Hans Kim is not dead.
It's 3 o'clock. Oh my God! I got so much on my radar today, folks. Stancil, where can we find you on Tuesdays? And will you be joining me next Friday?
I will know Monday if I will be joining you Friday. #real job. Have to find coverage. I wish I knew a little earlier. I understand there's reasons I couldn't. I would love to be there.
The moment I found out.
It's okay. I already have a text out. I would love to obviously attend this major sporting event, bigger than the Super Bowl, truly.
Really.
And as I said, I'll say it right to Stevie's face. I think either Stevie's gonna knock him out, or if it goes a distance, I think Ryan will win. If it doesn't, Stevie will win. So I think it's an interesting fight. I think Stevie's got the reach. He's got the length. I think he could hit him on the head like a Looney Tune and pound him into the thing. But I also know Ryan Katsu Rivera is a dear friend. He loves my calves. He's got some girth on him. So maybe he gets in there early and tires out Stevie. Either way, you're going to want to watch it. If you can't be there in person, tune into Ski Mask Media.
We will be
Listen,
ringside, folks.
send some money to our old pal Bobby. Obviously, we're fucking around. Send some money to our brother and microphones. But also remember to super chat here first. Super chat Sports Meth Collective first. Go to our website and buy 2 things first. Go to Dawn's page and buy a couple things first. And then whatever's left, give to Dear Bobby and his Open Bottom podcast. Tuesday, I'll be at Compound Media. The old 1245 Stancil live from the city Compound pregame, which going forward, if you haven't noticed, is only available on the Patreon. Correct. So if you're a poor piece of fucking shit and you want to watch it, you're gonna have to tune in live.
Media.
For if you can't afford $3 a month, A, kill yourself. B, you could watch it live at 12:45 in the afternoon on Tuesday, and then at 1:30 I'll be on the dump with Steve Conti and Bobby. And then at 2:15, I'll be on In Hot Water with Gino Bisconti. And then after that this week, my Haitian-American princess wants to bring me, you're not going to believe this, I've never had chicken and waffles. She wants to bring me to a chicken and waffles spot in Long Island City.
Crazy.
Rack me.
Anywho, just to wrap up a little bit on the fight here, I have received a couple of texts, Stevie. I'm only saying this because I hope that it's a case in point, because we're less than a week away. Matt Mead, former co-host who's now expelled from Ski Mask Collective, has said that he doesn't think it's going to last more than a minute. He thinks Ryan is going to take care of business very quickly during the fight. Now, I know if you watch last episode of Ski Mask Collective, I said that I thought Ryan would win. But, Stevie, you're my friend, so of course I'm going to be rooting you, but I have to be neutral if I'm hosting and being a commentator here.
Yes.
I mean, I am, this show is bigger than Rogan, so I will be there ringside.
Bigger than my
cock. Mentally, but I will be calling out the fight. Stevie, of course, tell us, what are your thoughts? Are you working hard?
Final thoughts.
What is your plan of action? Final thoughts. This is probably the last time you'll be live on the air until we see you Friday.
I've been going harder than hard.
Talking about cocks?
I can't wait. On the hardest of the hardest, biggest cocks in town. Getting ready.
Are you nervous?
Smoking the finest dank. Listening to the best DMX.
Oh, I do like
doing
that.
my motherfucking thing.
That's pretty cool.
So, tell that motherfucker to bring his whole crew.
Are you ready?
Right.
Are you nervous a little bit? Just a little
Do I
bit
look
nervous?
nervous?
Proud Boy.
Do I look nervous for a second?
You
do
don't?
I seem ready?
I'm just asking. I know your on-air personality is different.
Honestly,
You're also on drugs. You're also high on drugs.
Yeah, you're
so
high
can't
on.
tell.
You're
Fair.
high on drugs. You're so high.
Are you going to get? That's a valid question.
I tried to ask him
you
earlier,
answer.
but
Are you
somebody
going to
cut
get
me
high
off.
before the fight? Serious question. I played lacrosse at a very high level with people in college who smoke before games. I never did.
Smoke. LSD.
So you really?
Real.
Are you really going to do acid before
Did
the
you
fight?
know that
Doc Ellis style.
Doc
Yeah,
Hudson?
Doc Ellis threw the
Doc
perfect
Ellis,
game.
Sorry, Doc Ellis. I don't know why I said Doc Hudson.
Legend.
Who's Doc Hudson? Doc Hudson.
You're thinking of Rock Hudson, the gay actor.
I
Yeah, you
always
would
think
be
Rock
thinking of that.
Hudson. I'm always
Homo!
trying to get on that. What do you think I jerked to? But listen.
Now, also the great Teamster Tim. I know he's going to get mad at me for saying this. It'll probably call me right after the show because I know he's watching. He said that it's going to end in two ways. Either you're going to get overly aggravated and slam Ryan, or Ryan's going to knock you out.
All right. Like Hollywood Hogan, just like Thunderlips Hogan, just putting him over the top rope.
This is going to be
maniac?
really fun to
That's
watch.
possible.
This is. I mean, I'm naming the people who are betting against you, Stevie. Truthfully,
Okay.
Because
I'll say this.
I want to build you up.
I'll
I
say
want you
this.
to be angry, get in there, and.
Well, besides working harder than I think I've ever worked in my life on something, I've been watching a lot of tapes of Lennox Lewis. I think Lennox Lewis is the perfect fighter for me to try to fucking hog and a half. They used to call them hog and a half. So if I can be 100th of the fighter that Lennox Lewis was, going up against guys like Mike Tyson, not in his prime, but Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, so tough, built, strong guys. Lennox Lewis, probably a lot stronger than me, but similar size. So
All right. Look,
asked for
we
the fucking
understand you're working hard.
Now, wait, I do have another question, if I may. Your opponent is partly, I believe he's from the
Retarded.
Orient. He's from the
yeah.
Orient. I believe they call him
He loves
Celestial.
rice.
He's a Celestial. Are you worried about some kind of sleight of hand? They are
Sneak
tricky
attack.
people.
Honestly, I would like them. Like, can we rub his he'll probably have some sort of substance on his gloves, like some sort of.
They always have some kind of wacky. They have dust in their pockets or some kind of weird potion.
Like, he will
They're always up to
probably-
something.
They
The
might put a
Celestials.
curse on you. just
blowing
like,
some sort of
Brennan.
dust in my eye in between rounds. Please do keep an eye out for that ski mask. If you see it, call it out. You
I
do have
will.
to
I'll
call
be
fair
ringside.
fight,
I
please.
will be calling out. I will be 100%
Yeah, if he shows up,
neutral.
listen. If he shows up with Mr. Fuji as his ringside
Good night.
manager, then I'm in trouble.
Now, Dalton, are
definitely
you
in
looking forward to watching this fight live on youtube.com/skimassmedia? And do you think Stevie has a chance? Stevie is much, much, much taller than Ryan. However, Ryan, he works out regularly.
He's a strong boy. He's a beautiful
strong boy.
Some would say
beautiful
proud boy.
Was it Asian Pat Dixon on Twitter? If you want to look at the two fighters, is it going to be interesting? Are people going to watch?
Oh, I don't know. I've never cared about.
When's the last
combat-
time you were in a
combat
fight?
sports? I've never given a shit about combat.
Perfect.
sports.
Perfect.
Beautiful stuff. Now,
Right
Dalton,
answer.
here's where we do it. Here's what happens. Now, look, thanks for coming on. We understand you're the first billionaire podcaster in podcasting history.
Congrats.
Give us your plugs. Where can people find you? We're glad to see that you're back. That's why I asked you to come on the show. I waited a little while to make sure you were still all right. So plug away. Plug away.
Yeah,
Let's watch.
the show is called Corn Fed with Dalton Pruitt. It's available youtube.com/@cornfed with Dalton Pruitt, or you can just search the name of the show. It's also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. Do me a solid, everybody. Subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the Apple, Spotify, rate, review, subscribe. That helps. And then patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. That's where all of our premium episodes and bonus content are.
Bonus.
Yeah. And the show itself, the main show is me and two of my old friends from DFW. That comes out every Tuesday. And then there's a solo show I do called Lost in the Maze that comes out every Thursday. And
That's maize, like MAIZE.
because of the corn. And that's a fun one. That's a nice little exercise in schizophrenia, talking to yourself for an hour. And then on the Patreon, that's where all the premium stuff is. But most importantly, for the $25 a month tier, if you subscribe to that, you will receive a fraternal order of corn-fed decal after 3 months. So it's $75 for the sticker, and it's
Hilarious.
Makes sense.
We have a $100 tier called the Vinny Cash.
And listen, folks, you're going to want to do that before you donate to Bobby as well. You're going to want to join the $25 a month. And if you have anything left, please give it to Bobby.
Bobby's not
only after all the
Bobby
requisites.
P's family's not giving any stickers out. So,
but along with that, if you subscribe to the $25 a month tier and send me a list of your enemies, I will upload a video of me calling upon a jihad for all of your enemies.
Damn, beautiful. Now, so that's
Hold on. Now, I will tell you this: if Bobby's family can supply stickers and they do an open bottom podcast,
yeah, can we put
if they
SMC
do an open
stickers
bottom
on the casket?
If they do an open bottom wake and give out stickers at the wake, you think I'm booking my plane flight right after this. So
right now,
Yeah,
can we
it's
put
down
our stickers,
Mississippi.
our podcast stickers on?
yeah, like
the
a
casket
refrigerator.
itself?
Can we put
Right.
stickers on his coffin like a
We
refrigerator?
can make magnets there at skimasscollector.com. Now, I was going to ask Nick if he had any plugs besides hair plugs.
Nick ran to the restroom because he doesn't care about this at all.
Yeah.
I would say buy his weed. I'll try to get the name. Just keep if you live in Vermont, smoke a lot of weed, and you'll probably eventually
it's all trickle down.
smoke his weed. I would say stay out of Vermont if you're annoying, so you don't bother him. I've been coming here my whole life. We don't want any new people. What else would he want to plug? Guns. Buy some
Dudes.
guns. I think that's it.
All right, Dalton, last time you were on the
Ultimate
show
Frisbee.
was
We
a
never
year
even got to
ago,
it. He
and
loves Ultimate Frisbee.
We will get to it. We will have him on the sports show and talk about some Frisbee.
Oh, I also do live
Sure.
streams. If
You do
tomorrow-
live streams?
I'm
All
doing
right, we're
live-
going to get you on to MLC. I'm going to talk to Kevin tonight when he sends me the link, and we'll see what we can do about
I'm
getting
doing
you
a live
on.
stream tomorrow at
Oh, yeah?
noon 30 Eastern time.
Noon 30. I'll still be in
YouTube.com.
bed, hopefully hungover, hopefully parched.
Oh, you're drinking again?
Come hang
Hold
out
on,
in the
Nick
chat.
is back.
I drink Coca-Cola.
Nick, do you have anything you'd like to plug? Anything
Nick,
you'd like
what's
to
the
plug?
farm? Yeah, what's
Can you
the
plug your
Oh, yeah,
weed?
yeah.
Can you plug your
smoke,
weed?
Smoke more weed. I don't have a name yet. We can't give you the name.
Weed is
but
drugs.
next round.
Weed is classified as drugs.
Smoke more weed.
Nick, what's your best
And
strain right now? What
Smoke
would
more
you say?
legal drugs.
Do
Nick, what's the best strain on the farm right now?
I think
Besides the blacks
Serafina
you
was
have
our
out there.
Serafina from Humboldt County was our variety we got from those guys out on the West Coast, but did really well up here in Vermont in like the moist climate. It gets you good high.
Moist variety of hogs up here in this live stream.
Have moist hogs.
All right, folks, skimasscollective.com. Go check that shit out. I'm going to go beat off and drink myself into a
Stance, I'll bring you
coma
back some
and,
Serafina if you can. So just a little bit. Thank you.
Absolutely. Dalton, great to see you again.
Thanks, Dalton.
Open
We'll see you
invite
in a
whenever.
year and a half.
Stevie, good luck next week in all
Thank you, brother.
seriousness. And we look forward to the content.
It's going to be a
from both
great
of you.
fight. We're going to put on a good event.
gonna
I'm
be
glad to
fun
give
as fuck.
Ski
I
Mask the
can't wait.
exclusive rights to this show.
Love it.
Streaming. Ski
Beautiful.
Mask Media.
I just got a 2-paragraph text from St. Ranger, so that's what I'll be doing this afternoon. I'll be
Read
reading
that,
it.
breaking it
sounds
down.
fucking fantastic. Thanks for 0 super chats today. I don't know if
Yeah,
it was
you
Dalton's
fucking
fault or my
scumbags.
fault, but you scumbag motherfuckers. better
Sorry,
start
Bobby. These
donating
people can't even
if you
afford
wanna
super
see.
chats.
Yeah, Bobby, I don't know what's going on if they already bought the half-open casket, but all right, Dalton, we'll see you in a year and a half, just like last time. And Stevie, I'll see you next Friday. You guys take it easy.
right.
Later.
Talk